All right, so could you please introduce yourself? Tell me your name, where you're from, and what year you graduated from the prep school.
My name is Jennifer Lee. In Korean, it's Chongsu, and I am I'm from South Korea, Seoul, and I graduated in 2017.
Okay, very good. Can you tell me about now where you're attending university, what you're studying, and then what you're currently involved in there?
So I am enrolling in Johns Hopkins University. I'm studying ChemBE, which is Chemical and Biomolecular Engineering, and I'm currently involved in KSA, Korean Student Association, and tutorial project, which is kind of teaching elementary school kids.
Oh, interesting. Can you tell me about how your time at SJP or St. John's Prep prepared you for university and the things that you're involved in now?
Um, so I spent my time, my sophomore, junior, and senior year in prep school, and uh, I was involved in a lot of things. Well, I was writing center. I was in yearbook. I was in the math team. I was the varsity captain, and also the robotics. Uh, and I was a peer mentor. What else? Etc. I guess. I think that's about it.
Okay, and can you talk about how your time at our school helped prepare you for university and the classes that you're taking now?
Um, First of all, since prep school was inside the university campus of St. John's, I kind of got used to being around like all those huge buildings and the food maybe. Also, I don't know, just being involved in a lot of stuff. And because our school was pretty small, I could know the teachers better. Right now, it's very hard to get close to the professors because it's like this huge class, but just trying to reach out and knowing the fact that they are always welcoming, that kind of made me help getting closer to some of the professors, especially the one that the one that I'm in working at his lab. So, yeah.
Okay, very good. And I know you did the IB diploma program. So can you talk about that program specifically at our school? How did it help prepare you? And maybe what do you see as the top 2 to 3 benefits of being part of the IB program?
Well, was very hard. I had to manage my time really well in order to do all the requirements done because we usually, if we do an IB diploma, it's usually 3 higher level courses, which is a 2-year course, and about 3 standard level courses, which is a 1-year course. And for each class, we need to write a huge report at the end or in the middle. And just trying to plan out while I'm studying also for other courses and being involved in all the other extracurricular activities. I think the number one benefit was just like how it kind of helped me manage my time management. And that kind of carried on to university too, because I've done that once, so I guess I could do it well again. So that's number one. Number two is, I guess, writing a lot. Well, I'm an engineering student, but I do have to take writing intensive courses. And when I was in that course, the fact that I just wrote a bunch of stuff on different kind of subjects, history, English, even art. And that just helped me pull through all the courses, the writing intensive courses in universities. And another one was, I guess, the fact that all the IB diploma students were just kind of bond together at school because it's just so much to do and we're just all stressed out. But because of that, we can kind of talk about IB diploma and how horrible our life is. But eventually we'll pull through, and then it's kind of it's actually very fulfilling at the end. So yeah, that those are the benefits, I guess.
Yeah, and how would you say your IB diploma, did it help you, do you think, in the college application process? And maybe can you tell
Yes,
me
I think.
about the
Mhm.
other schools that you were accepted to?
Well, I got into Johns Hopkins through early decision, so I didn't really write any regulars, but I did get into the UC. I got into UC Berkeley and UCLA because those two applications were the deadlines were pretty early, and I just submitted and forgot to. Yeah, so.
Okay, very good. And so thinking about your family when you were going to study in the US, did your family have any concerns about sending you to the US or to Minnesota specifically? And then if they did have concerns, how do they feel about them now?
Um, well, first of all, our parents did not really know that Minnesota was that cold, but well, it was okay. It wasn't that bad, and the number one concern, I guess, was that I had to live by myself in a dorm without my parents, which meant that I would have to do all of my laundry and just cleaning and everything by myself, which I never really did back at home. So, uh, well, but I guess the dorm, the friends at my dorm, the other international students who were there before me kind of like showed me around and like introduced me to how to deal with all this stuff. And also the RAs were really kind. And whenever I had questions, even just like academic ones, if I had like a writing done and I wanted someone to like proofread it, then I could just go to the RA and then ask, can you just read it and just tell me any feedbacks? And yeah, so basically, I think eventually at my like in my senior year, I think my parents were like, it was a good thing that we sent you there, so I think it was okay.
That's good. And for you, what was the best part about studying at the prep school? If you had to
Starting
pick.
at the prep school, my the best part was actually the teachers. I love them all really, and since it, as I said before, because it was a small school, like teachers could kind of focus on the students one on one a lot, and that helped me get close to them. Like whenever Mr. Miller or Miss Reuter or Miss Fremo, uh, whenever I had free time, I just like went there and chat, even though it wasn't really about physics or art, but it was really a nice time trying to know them like personally than just being like a teacher and student relationship. And that was fun. Yeah.
Sure. Do you still connect with any of your classmates from the prep school?
Yeah, I do. Well, some friends, it's kind of like on and off, but a lot of them, especially people who I was like really close with when I was at prep school, I do contact them a lot. Yeah.
Okay. And so if you had a piece of advice or a family that was considering the prep school, what would you tell them if they were, if you were to
Um,
give one piece of advice?
well, for sure, if you would want your kid to know what they really, really want to study, especially in college, then I really recommend sending them because when I was in Korea, I actually thought math was boring and science was something that I just had to memorize. It was like not really like using your brain kind of subject. But when I came here, I like totally changed my mind on science and math. Like I had so much fun solving it and I could actually understand like the physics and all. And that's why I just automatically decided like I'm gonna be an engineering major. I don't know what, but like I like physics. I'm gonna be an engineering major. Yeah.
Wow, excellent. So any other lasting thoughts before I stop our recording?
Um, guess uh just pack really thick clothes and everything will be fine.